Whose job is it anyways? Whose job is it anyways to ensue what you must go through? Cause that irrelevant issue. I change files and folders, cause anymore I do not want to be on that wishy shit. I'm not on that wishy shit. I'm not on that fishy shit. I'm not on that glitchy shit. I be on some diffy stuff. I be on some different stuff. I be, yo, hold the obelisk correct. I be holding it steady with it, yo. I'm not on that wishy shit. I'm not on that fishy shit. I just got to be elevating with the new elevator. Sky elevator in my inner cerebral. Yo, if you could, you probably would. But you can't. Will you go the final mile? Take it all from you. How much could you take before you give back? How much could you give before you even recollect to take again? If you could, you probably would. Go all the way. Terrible game. Terrible, horrific scenery on this proliferate, new investigations. Whose job is it anyways to release these indictments so frightening? Speak it like lightning and thunder, yo, make it plunder. When I revert to attack mode, lavender mode after that, so I chill, laughing all the way to my dream state. Cause the soul you can never take away, the soul you can never take away. I grow old in immortal rage, immortal landscapes, immortal spiritual preferees, bling blang, yo, sting like scorpions, new portfolio, yo, push it like accordions, yo, toe-to-toe, motorboat, yo, strike you down like Voldemort, yo, horrorcore is how I'm in this new magazine script, comic scene, in, yo, hold the book together like a spine seam. Spine column, yo, whose line is it anyways? Whose job is it anyways? Yo, spiritual barricades, could you even, they try to penetrate, intervene from nothing to everything, intervene to, yo, no scene, bleed from my inner weakness, now it turns to a different resilient, latent strength, so exhilarating, yo, so proliferous, so undiferous, so, yo, hit it again, spit it again, yo, I ain't gonna do stop till I glitch it again. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? Is this really it? Someone in the comments saying, is this really it? 2 songs. Dun, dun, dun. That wasn't the song I was thinking of. Start over, rehaul it, remodel it, recheck it on your checklist, on your checking board. Yo, checkers enemies wanna play chess with your boy with the chess load. Yo, and I'm dressed too on a different turn mode. Dos. Rewind. Start from planet 0, start from planet nothingness, yo, rehaul it, and I'm back, ho, and I crack, ho, and I stack, ho, what's the haps, ho, what's the hassle, I'm a mover, I'm a different type of strategist, what's the haps, bro, and I'm back, though, do it, and yo, do it gradual, do it, yo, do it microscopic, like a sand that's grand, yo, and I'm jacked, though, and I snap, though, like red snappers, and I come equipped like I'm deep sea diving with my soulfish, what's the haps, though, with the full metal jacket. What's the lack though? What's the absence of the spirit? That's an artificial, yo. Don't need a grasp, ho. Gotta release it, and I'm back, ho. I'm a different type of boomer, different type of time looper, different type of superpower, yo. Different type of power, different type of ultra omega, ultimate spiritual superness. Hal it out, purge it out. Yo, they're trying to stuff you down so they can make a new type of disaster out of you. Too much laughter in the background, no noise. All it is noise. All it is snap, crack, pop. All it is popcorn drop in on the floor while you're watching the horror scene. And I'm back though, and I crack though, and I don't gotta be a supercalifragilistic though. Whatevs. Two songs, whatevs. Now I planned those songs. Now the third song will be a surprise song. And those were short songs, but I like the beats of those songs. Hopefully the beat was like there. So those were two like intuitively planned songs. And I don't know if the beat caught, but those were kind of planned. Well, actually, they were like half planned, right? They were like half planned because, you know, one of the songs was just very instantaneously new, and then I started writing to that, and then the other song was a little bit pre-written, and there's other songs that are pre-written. So I do pre-written songs. So there's a key within the creative projects, right? And the entertainment projects. What is that key? It's some type of respectively preparation through the grimacingness of the reality, right? Because I'm not necessarily accusing anybody. I'm seeing the dualities of the reality, and then how one of the dualities is overly vampiric, and different industries and themes have to live through the dualities of the reality, right? And one of the dualities is the reality is, if I can, I will get away with this based on the system that is, but the system that is doesn't necessarily know all the different shifts that are happening. So I just did two new songs. Let me see. And that's fine. And you know what? The spiritual intelligence is okay with a lot of shit. You know, it's okay with, you know, the modest ego doesn't need praise. And that's ironic as fuck coming from me, because you would think I want some type of praise. No, there's some type of balance within the field for survivability, right? And that's ironic. Everything is ironic at this point, because what we try to fucking go after and aspire towards, we're in a secret, like, you know, weird competition with it. So we could just do some weird ass shit, right? Just like we're trying to get a one up on low key things that we need, right? And then when we try to destroy something that we need, you know, the universe is arranging that shit in a whole different way. So I'm chilling with, like, it's ironic as fuck, because, like, aside from people's assumptive, like, you know, beta mentalities, I'm like chilling. I'm chilling with all this shit, you know? And I'm just saying it for what it is, because there's a duality out there. I'm not accusing anybody. And since there's a duality out there, if there's a lack of balance within duality, then that lack of balance will permeate in the field of your shit, right? So there's an intellectual like order and balance for real, though, supplying your shit for real, right? So I'm just saying that for what it is. I did two songs. I have a bunch of other pre-written songs, and within all the other pre-written songs, you know, within all the other pre-written songs, what do you call that? I'll get to them when I get to them, right? And, you know, and just on some casual shit, I just think, like, you know, if we really genuinely want to update the quote unquote fair law, then we have to consistently voice it and work with it, so other people don't get away with just general rapey stuff, right? Like, I see something and now I'm just gonna have this weird compartment in my mind to just overexploit it and rape it, right? And do things in the duality of the matrix, where somehow within the recent matrix, people leverage like rapey approaches, right? Like overly rapey approaches. So that overly rapey approach, it's in the mentality probably of certain industries, because the quote unquote, you know, the beings that are under the distorted industries respectively, they're subordinates and subservient to those patterns of just fucking like a different type of it's just a different type of monkey see monkey do. And I'm not trying to say it in a human way where it's just like you're copying that. No, it's in the genetics, like the monkey see monkey do. It's like the kids are so what do you call that, I guess receptive, right, to put it casually. And since kids are so receptive, they take on the game as the examples they're giving to the leaders and the elders towards the actions that you're doing and the intelligence you're doing and the intelligence that you have and how you're using that intelligence with the actions of your life. And obviously, no judgment. We all have made mistakes up and down, and it's up to us to correct those mistakes or not. And if we don't want to correct those mistakes, there's a lack of obsolete beta law within the field of the collective intelligence, and that's not necessarily a detrimental judgment. It's just saying that for what it is. So there's a difference between judging and saying things for what they are, right? So if we don't have that clear, then you're going to get confused and lost, and you're going to make a beta argument that's not even true. You're going to be making up some fucking fake ass bullshit just to get away from the real facts of the life of the change of the matrix that's happening within the dualities and the solidified temples of, general society, organization society. So within all of that motherfucking shit being said, y'all can look at me however the fuck you want, good, bad, ugly, I don't give a fuck. I'm pure truth, motherfuckers. And obviously I'm not saying I'm perfect either, but I'm just saying, like, if you can't handle the pure truth, then you're like a beta intelligent being, because the truth is the alpha and the truth is energetically speaking. And if you can't handle that energetic alpha, then you're a beta, because you're in an emotional funk and the energetic alpha that's trying to help your shit. So if you're like whatever, like, whatever you attempt, it's just some beta shit in the bigger picture, right? So I did 2 songs. Hopefully the beat was like that, and I'm trying to do a 3rd song, but for some reason the YouTube is not giving me beats for some reason. Here's a beat. Here's a weird beat. We got Jokey Poo right there. Jokey Poo's doing his thing. And you know what? Obviously, like, the subconscious, it's like, it's, what do you call that? Someone could perceive me as being like whatever, right? Like, oh, this is kind of embarrassing. I don't give a fuck. There's a whole different mission I'm on. If you think I'm embarrassing, I don't give an absolute fuck in its purest form. I'm doing a mission that's beyond your life, respectively, the foundation of this shit. And this temporary bullshit, it's all gonna, like, it ain't shit though, just energetically. No offense to, like, the condescending, but let me do a surprise beat. I could do this beat. Let me do this beat. I could do so many different beats, but I'm just like, for some reason. So we're updating the law casually. So, like, people in certain industries, just because they're in a demonic beta temporary position, we shouldn't give them the right to just plagiarize shit and then fucking make money in a career just by being a copycat rapist, Kendrick. So I'm just saying, casually within the mental play of it, the bigger mental lyrical play. It's a different metaphysical lyrical game. I've been doing this shit agelessly, right? So within all of that shit, which beat should I pick? Should I pick that Jokey Poo beat, or should I pick that Last Stand beat? Which one's more fitting? Jokey Poo or Last Standies? And there's the gorgeous Palks right there. And I do healthy walks, and I had a question for the gorgeous Palks, but like, what do you think of this, Palks? Pretty much, like, what do you think? Like, what do you think of this real, like, updated shit from the quote unquote West Side? Because the West and the East, they're like yin and yang. It's not that one is better than the other. It's that one just has a different flavor it's just a different ends of metaphysical progression points, right? The older thing obviously is more well endowed with the tradition and the old infrastructures, and the new thing could take the old thing in a small seed form, and now the old thing is in a small seed form with the new thing, and potentially it could be like, I guess, go past, whatever the West is. Because I'm not trying to compete with the East and West. I'm seeing a different metaphysical perspective of the East and West. But the people on the East, they don't necessarily know the potential of the West, right? They're just saying, oh, America's a bunch of fools, America's a bunch of clowns, like, as if, like, real fucking pure intelligence doesn't know that shit. Like I was born in the fucking original shit, right? But it's all good. But and y'all could cook your fucking your zodiacal shit respectively or whatever. Y'all could cook your nature, right? Like Virgos be cooking that Virgo shit, you know. Mercury's be cooking that Mercury shit, right? It's like Geminis and Virgos, they're like kind of like koi fish, right? And then those koi fish are like the surface level, just in the genetic mind of it. They're like those fighting fish. I forgot what those fighting fish are called. I think like alpha beta fighting fish or something. So what are those fighting fish called? What are the fighting fish called? It's a certain type of beta. So, anyways, within all of that shit, I'm just saying casually, besides this surface level matrix, the law is updating. And as the law is updating, in eventual progression outside from the original realm or whatever, it's eventually in a slowed down time going to catch up. But that's the thing, the surface level is slowed down. So we're all experiencing those pains and those growing pains of the slowed down reality. But be rest assured and trusted, eventually, and who knows how long it will take, and just all disclaimers recognized, in the background, it's my belief that a real balanced law is updating. But that's the thing is, we're not voting for that. We're countering that, and we're focused within different types of distractions on the growing pains, and in a toxic way on a psychological level, and that could bring us down casually until quote unquote energetically, universally, quote unquote, God brings us back up, right? So we're on a roller coaster of life. For y'all to shit on me, it's literally on an esoteric intelligence level, it's literally retarded at this point, because I've proven so much original facts since 2017. And if you can't do a casual, like, just put a fucking puzzle together, original open source or whatever, then that's your lack of awareness, intelligence, and critical thinking in the modern level. So within all that being said, that's just what it is. Hopefully, god damn it, hopefully like the audio caught, hopefully the audio caught, because the phone is in such a certain position. But I did 2 songs. There's more songs I wanna jazz out. And I kind of did the rhythm where, like, there was a pause, there's some bars. It wasn't like an over, like, it wasn't like a over exaggerate. It wasn't overwhelming, kind of surge of lyrics, right? So that's it. I hopefully I'll come back later. And it is what it is, right? People are gonna like play their hands however they're gonna play, just saying within the rules of the matrix, right? They're gonna play their hands. And it really takes you to work with real good karma for you to really, really, really sustain the shit beyond everybody's fucking hype, right? Because the hype it's like it doesn't really do anything, right? I mean, it does for a little moment. It's like a societal dopamine hit, right? But after the societal dopamine hits, we have to, there has to be some type of quote unquote working with good karma. So somehow within the bigger picture, the good karma, then you can overcome the different negative aversive effects of the lower octave Saturn effects, or just the Saturn effects in general that test you, right? So the good karma is trying to raise you up out of the lower octave Saturn shit and just the general Saturn shit. So that's why I'm number 1 intelligence in the universe. And if you're just not brave enough to fucking respond to that, then the universe sees that, and I still don't give a fuck, and God could read your intention and agenda, right? So you have the best life ever, you have fucking fun, and it's like, and obviously in the intelligence, who saves the savior? Well, maybe fucking a certain perspective of positive Mars, right? Maybe a certain Mars, and it doesn't have to be a human, right? It could just be a whole different energy in the universe. Maybe like, who saves the savior? As if I haven't fucking heard that shit. Maybe positive Mars, right? So I'm going to conclude it right there. Hopefully I'll come back. Thank you very much.